Okay, guys and girls, back again. It's the next part of the journey into Tractor. So far, what have we done? Hey, we've got the NDX400s here, and my mixer's turned up. We've plugged that in. It's not in my rack at the moment. Bear in mind, we're testing all this stuff out together before I put it into the rack and gig it. I'm still working. I've still got to have gear that I know inside out, upside down, and I'm reliable with on the road. This is all new, so at the moment it's built up. Just whether I can show you. Here we go. In the corner of my lounge, we've got one NDX400, the mixer I'm going to tell you about in a bit, and another NDX400. My good old faithful PC. Look at that, there it is again with the devil on it. It's good old eBay. And this is why I'm here. To be honest with you, when you're looking through eBay, to give you an idea of what's going on and what to and what not to buy. This, guys and girls, can we see? Yep, it's the, excuse the screen flicker, and yep, you can just make it out. It's the home DJ mix system. Whatever you do, don't do it. It's not going to help you in any way, shape or form. It's just going to cause you a hindrance. It's, to be honest with you, great for a toy for a 10-year-old. It's not for you guys that want to get into this field and into the industry. Anyway, on to the Beringer. That's right, I did it. I can't afford, unfortunately, again, as I said before, I cannot afford Pioneer. It's just not within my price range. I wanted a feature pack mixer. I think the three things it had got to have was a signable crossfade with a curve on it so that you can alter the curve, and there it is. It had got to have an EQ on each channel for your high, your mid and your low, and I prefer the gain if it was there. The next thing I wanted on each channel was your pre-fade level meter as well as your main level meters. It just helps when you're trying to bring a mix in. If you bring them all up level, when you've got two bouncing next to each other or two bouncing across the deck, you can see where your levels are. You know one isn't going to come in quiet. Fantastic for what people need, what we need as beat matchers and as mixers. Okay then, being a wedding DJ, the other thing it needed preferably was a mic channel. We got two. And on this one, you got your gain, your high, mid, and low on each channel, which I thought was fantastic. You got a talk over button, which I don't use. I hate them. They chop your voice about, they chop the music about, and they make you sound like you're on Radio 1. And the other one that I like is you've got your separate mic on and off button. So if you're using a radio mic, you can leave your radio mic on. There's no clicks or thumps or booms as you turn your mic on. You can just hit the button and it's silent operation. Okay, so what did we get for our money? I spent £100 on this Beringer. I did get it as a deal. It's slightly under what the retail is at £169. Fantastic for a beginner. And it's not too bad a piece of kit for somebody like me who's doing club work. So I only really need a mixer in home. And I'm also doing corporate wedding dues, which ideally I've got the two mic channels that I want, one for me and one to be passed around the wedding party, and then a mixer for beat matching and partying with. Some of it's bump and go at corporate dues and weddings, some of it is beat matching, just the way the party goes. Added to it, I did get two, that's right, I did get two beat keepers, not for me, I already beat match by ear, but for the beginner again, fantastic. Crossfaders assignable, and you can assign any of the 5 channels to either side of the crossfader, which is always nice. So if I really wanted to be twisted, I can have channel 5 on the A side of the crossfader, channel 1 on the B side of the crossfader, and then I'm going to get all sort of confused. But hey, if you want to do that, you can. Anyway, let's get some tunes going. So there you can go. See, tunes are running, the level meter's bouncing. There's a nice one, Sweet Harmony. You can see your level meter on your channel bouncing. You can see your level meters bouncing on the output. On this one you've got main output, main balance and there's a booth out as well, which is fantastic. Each channel has got 2 inputs to it. All of them can be phono, CD or line, which means you can run a record deck, a CD player or anything else into the back of there without any hassles. Just going to kill the volume a little bit. Your EQ, as you can see, you've got your high, your mid and your low, and there is quite a nice kill to it. Don't know whether you can hear that too well. That doesn't help. There we go. And it does exactly what it says on the tin. It's a 32 dB kill, which is fantastic, to be honest with you. I was quite impressed with this. Also on here you get a strange one called XPQ, and if you turn it on, you can't really hear the difference on my camcorder, unfortunately, but it gives it a surround sound effect to the whole mixer. Anyway, you can see tunes coming through, being played, the beat counter's lit up, and it's got beat assist here, just like the tap button on the NDX400. If it's slightly off, you can tap away at it, and it will bring it back into beat for you, better by ear. The sync clock, if you've got one of those pieces of music that goes to a cappella and you want to carry on the beat so that you can see what you're doing, then you hit sync clock and off it goes. It just holds it for you. To the point, you can stop the deck, you can start the deck, and it will hold it there. Which is, again, nice if you've got acapellas coming in and you want to keep the beat. Well, I don't really know what else I can tell you about the mixer, apart from very impressed with it. £100 well spent. It feels solid. The knobs and everything else on it, they feel solid. Corking piece of kit for the money I paid. Don't let people make you into a brand whore. If you can't afford Pioneer, don't feel that you've got to have Pioneer. It's a lot of money if you're just starting out to lash out and find you're no good, you don't like it, you don't enjoy it, and it sits in a corner. You're talking 3,000 quid for a Pioneer mixer and 2 CDJs, whereas this way you're talking so far £120. Sorry, £120? I lie. £160, £160 and £100. So add it all up, that's that's 420 quid. You end up with rather a nice setup to practice with. On the end of that thought, practice and enjoy.